episode. Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
Just the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
What up, everybody tuning in from where you tuning in from. It's Gas Presents Sports for the Culture. I'm the host for the evening. My name is Gruff Lion. Let me go ahead and juice the gang, man. It's been a wonderful week in sports and entertainment. A lot of things happening. We'll do our best to keep it within a timely fashion. Bottom bunk, introduce yourself.
T-Boogie, man. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Y'all know what it is with me. Hey, I'm ready to have a good show, man. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good football, especially. So, yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, man. Great week in the NFL. We're going to get into that in a bit. Top left, introduce yourself.
At Bryce, XXV, Double I, a.k.a. Mr. Big Leaguer, a.k.a. the good mister, a.k.a. my mama's favorite gas panelist, man. Yo, we also got to talk about that gas league, that gas fantasy football league, man. Shout out to all the listeners that are in the league. I don't know, man. Some good competition. Every single season in that league the competition is serious. This year is no different, man. The good mister still plans to come out on top, though. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, sir. Speaking on that fantasy football, all listeners, make sure y'all drop y'all fantasy football comments, y'all advice, anything y'all need help with in the comments, and we're gonna get to them at the top of the hour, if you will. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. First topic, Mark Cuban. This wasn't on the original docket because this just happened today. It's breaking news. I'm grateful because the breaking news typically falls on Wednesdays after we record the show. So this week we got it on a Tuesday, man. Shout out Mark Cuban trying to get it in for us. So the terms of the deal, let's discuss. Mark Cuban is selling the Dallas Mavericks majority stake to billionaire Miriam Adelson, but he will retain control of the team. Very interesting. Cuban first purchased the Mavericks in 2000 for $285 million. Quite a come up. Adelson is the largest shareholder of the Las Vegas Sands Casino. Sold about $2 million worth of stock in that company earlier Tuesday with the goal about buying the Mavericks at $3.5 million valuation. But the Mavericks are valued at about $4.5 billion. So Cuban still retains part of the team and still maintains, I believe, the operation. So a hell of a sweet deal for Cuban. My thoughts are, well, actually, I want to know what y'all thoughts are on this sale. Do you feel, first reactions? T, I'll start with you.
Definitely caught me off guard. I figured Mark Cuban would be like a Jerry Jones sort of deal. And maybe he still has allowed himself that path, but didn't see this coming. Just looking at it on the surface, looks like it's a good deal for both parties, right? You come in, you get to buy the Mavs. Not the biggest market, but looks like these teams are just making more and more and more money. So you get to buy an asset, right? Pass it down to your kids, whatever, but you still get Mark Cuban as the face. So it's like, I got the man that made the Mavs what they are today to still run it. And all I have to do is sit back and get a check. I mean, how can I lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I lose? And for Mark, you get, I don't know, whatever that profit is from that 3.5 million, 3.5 billion. So you get 2 billion and some change liquid cash to do whatever you want to jump head into your next investment. So it's a win-win. I mean, he sold the Mavs for probably less than they're worth, but
no, I mean, actually, the math is he would actually get about 3.1 billion or something like that because it's a billion. It's a billion with a B. You feel me? I would take it. You shave a couple hundred million off a billion. You still got it. You still got 3 billion. My God.
That's what I'm saying. Like he set himself up really well, I thought, because he could still be the celeb. And this new family, I don't know much about him. I don't think I know much about him. But yeah.
He did a thing. He did a thing, man. Definitely did a thing. Raised that franchise value up. Also, You know, inflation is high these days, man. Good time to sell, I guess. And he still maintains a chunk of the team. So I mean, I think it's a win. Bryce, what are your thoughts on the sale of the Mavericks or partial sale? I guess.
Yeah, man. T made a great point, bro. Or one of y'all two. I don't know who said he was supposed to be like Jerry Jones, but I like it because he was kind of seemed like he was going to be like the NBA's Jerry Jones, you know. And yeah, you can't really be that unless you fully own your team. You know, you're not really Jerry. You don't really own. Now, the thing that because it's Mark Cuban, bro, and his track record kind of does speak for itself. Shout out to Shark Tank. You know what I'm saying? If you watch Shark Tank, you know Mark Cuban hits on Shark Tank. Right? He probably got one of the best hit rates on Shark. I just know he better strike with his next investment, bro. Because you basically just withdrew 300 Bs of equity. You know what I'm saying? That's like taking out. Yeah, that's basically what I feel like he kind of did. You know, like, and if you taking out that amount of money, or I guess whatever it was. I'm sorry, 3.2 billion. You taking out that kind of money, man. You must have a real big plan, and I hope that plan hits. Because if it don't, man, you're gonna end up being like one of those owners that's just like, you're just the sports team has to hit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like a Dan Snyder situation. All right. Well, that's all you got. You don't got no other income. That's all you got. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what goes on with Mark Cuban, man. His next move, I will be on the edge of my seat waiting for his next move, bro. Because like,
We'll see. I agree.
3.2 billion, bro. He's either trying to make an Elon Musk type move, or he's gonna. I don't know, bro. Maybe he's trying to invest in. Maybe he's trying to get a football team. I don't know, bro. But you take out that amount of money, you're about to make a major run at something. That's not like I don't see that just being like, yeah, let me just cash out a little bit. I see that being like, I'm getting liquid and I'm about to make a move.
Who knows? Yeah, it could be something catastrophic. Our first thought was, maybe he just wants to kick back and cash out, like you said. You baked up, you took some flour and some water, and you turn it into a bakery. You know what I'm saying? Selling off a loaf of bread, ain't the worst thing in the world. So it makes sense from that perspective. But also, knowing Mark Cuban, he is going to reload into something else because he always got his hand in more ventures. He kind of did a Shark Tank on his own business, if you will. He kind of basically took it to Shark Tank. You know what I'm saying? What up, Mamba? Final thoughts on the Cuban sale.
This one's far off, man. But I always feel like when billionaires start moving money around, it's time to start paying attention.
Yeah,
so
that's valid.
I'm gonna just leave it at that, and make what you want from it. But I'm gonna just sit back and see who else is moving money around, and see if I need to move some of mine around.
Yo,
yeah, it's interesting. You make a good
that's
point,
a
though.
great point, T. No one getting liquid for no reason, bro.
That's a real game. A real game, actually. One of the most intelligent investors that I know said. He said, "You don't follow the masses. You follow the billionaires." So that's actually a good point, bro. That's a good point. I don't know. One thing is we will be watching very closely, Mark Cuban. That is a very interesting move, major cash move. I don't know. I can't even compare it to anything else. There's really no fair comparison to somebody that could sell something off for 3.5 billion and still own a quarter of the team. That's pretty good. Quite a come up, man. And you got Luca. He's one of the top three superstars in the league. If depending on who you ask. But yeah, interesting things. We'll see what happens with that. We'll see how that plays out. But let's go ahead and jump into last week in the NFL. And a lot of things happened this week. So I think the best way to summarize the week is to jump in with some overreactions. Biggest NFL overreactions of Week 12. T, I'm gonna start with you. You want me to give you a rundown of the week, some of the things that happened?
Yeah.
How you feel? All right,
Yeah.
let's see. I'm gonna scroll through. So we had the Thanksgiving games, right? Cowboys spanked on the Commanders.
Right.
The Packers beat the Lions. The 49ers beat the Seahawks, right? The Dolphins played the Jets. We already knew what that was about. Colts edged out the Bucks. Giants played a crappy game but beat the Patriots. Steelers beat the Bengals. Titans beat the Panthers. The
So
Jags and the Texans. That was a great game. Saints and Falcons. Falcons won. Rams won. Broncos beat the Browns. Bills and the Eagles. Of course, the Eagles won.
my overreaction.
Chiefs, Ravens, and so on.
Are you asking my overreaction?
Yeah, out of all the things that happened last week, is there anything that you want to overreact about based on what happened?
Probably Cowboys. Um, and I say that because I really feel like the Cowboys. They keep saying the Cowboys haven't beat anybody good, right? Dak hasn't beat anybody. Yada yada yada. But I feel like good teams destroy bad teams, and Washington's a bad team, and the Cowboys destroyed them. I think that bodes well for Dallas heading towards the playoff season. Just knowing that, you can't just show up on Sunday and play us tough if you don't really have a squad. So I think Cowboys fans are going to get a little more down the stretch this year than in previous years.
Interesting. You chose to roll with the Cowboys. I
I
respect it
it
though.
wouldn't
They did
surprise me.
look good.
Look, if they snuck into like a NFC Championship game, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I'm not buying that at all. I do think they did tear apart the Commanders, but I think that says more about the Commanders than it does the Cowboys. Um, Bryce, do you have any NFL overreactions based on Week 12? Are you ready to tank the season or what? Is that your overreaction?
I hate you. Nah, man, I'm not talking about them bombs, man. But what I will talk about is my overreaction from week 12. In the beginning of the football season, man, we all sat around, right? We were actually in person. We were together, fellas. And we all chose our Super Bowl champions. And a few weeks ago, my Super Bowl champion looked real bad, man. Just about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I looked like a fool for my Super Bowl champion. But as the weeks go, the good old mister is starting to feel vindicated once again. And I'm telling y'all, man, the Steelers are going to be a problem when it gets to the playoffs, bro. They're going to be a tough ass out. They learning how to win a million different ways. And that's the scary teams when you get to the playoffs, man.
Interesting.
The Steelers just won a game, bro, where like I don't know if they even had an offensive touchdown. I know they didn't have a passing touchdown. I guess they had a rushing touchdown, but like they're winning in the most unconventional of ways. But they're finding ways to get it done consistently, week in, week out. So, like I said, I picked them to win the chip early on. I'm sticking by that. I'm gonna ride with that for the rest of the season. And I think as these weeks go by, it'll look like the pick will look better and better as the weeks go by. Hopefully that happens. We'll see.
Interesting prediction there. I had to remind myself you picked the Steelers to win it all. Steelers are rising. 7-4, second in the AFC North, currently holding the fifth seed in the playoffs. Very, very, very interesting pick there. You also picked the Vikings to go, didn't you?
Yes, you got a good memory there, sir. I picked the Vikings though, but obviously, hey, if Kirk Cousins didn't get hurt, maybe that one's still alive too. But with Kirk being injured, man, it's a wrap for that. It's a wrap for the Vikings.
You ain't taking Rocket Man to the moon?
Who's that?
The Dobbs.
They call him Rocket Man.
Yeah, because he's a rocket scientist.
I'm not rocking with him. All right, I'm not rocking with Rocket Man. It's not happening.
Yeah, respect it. Yeah. All right. So based on what I saw last week, I have a pretty big overreaction. I think I'll know what it is. I think the Eagles. I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. I think the Eagles will win the Super Bowl, bro. Because I don't want to get on the high horse, bro. I really didn't want to get on the high horse today, bro. But damn, son, I said we was gonna go through this stretch of games, and we was gonna only lose one game, and we only got one game left, and we haven't lost any games. So like, I feel pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I do feel a bit vindicated myself. Now if they lose to the 49ers, I won't even be upset. We have a little bit of a revenge game going on. We'll talk about that a little bit later, of course. But I think the Eagles win the Super Bowl, and I'll tell you why. Because no matter what happens in the game, they turn it on when they need to. They would just barely beat the Bills, just barely. The Bills, that game could have ended many times. You know, could have ended when Jake Elliott hit that 60-yarder in the rain. I love a clutch field goal. Feel me? Uh, could have ended when Gabe Davis was in a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Look, he went this way. He zigged when he should have zagged, I guess.
Oh my god.
That was like, that was like the second week in a row where I'm watching the game, and I said, "Oh shit," because it was like the equivalent of the Marquez Valdez Scantling a little bit, because it's like that would have been the end of the game. That would have been the clincher. But then they kicked the field goal, and then you give Jalen Hurts the ball, and you know what I'm saying, you know what's gonna happen, bro. He took it down the field, man. Clutch play. Handled his business, bro, and won the game-winning drive. Just as he should. And I think that's the type of thing that you want to see. Like, you want to see a good team that when uh, things aren't going great, at the end of the game, they're gonna get there. They're gonna go down, handle business, down the stretch. And they've done that every game against very good teams. And while they haven't been like world beaters for the most part, generally you feel good about that, getting it done when you need to in the moments that matter. So I feel really good about the Eagles. I think the last, in terms of like, quality of opponents, the Eagles' last 5 games, about as good as anyone they'll ever play in the playoffs, as a matter of fact. And, last time I checked, in order to win the Super Bowl, you have to advance consecutive weeks beating good teams, right? Which we've done that. So I feel pretty good to say the Eagles will have a very good shot at winning the Super Bowl. I said they will win the Super Bowl. This feels like the year.
Okay.
Feels good.
Just feels like the year, huh?
Feels like the year, bro. Feels like the year. You know what I'm saying? Because like you get that close. That's the thing, man. That's why I respect Jalen Hurts, man, as a leader. My man, he said, what I'm saying, he really was motivated. He remembered that confetti. He remembered that confetti dropping around him, and he ain't like the way that shit felt, bro. And he internalized that moment, and that's what sports is all about, bro. Like for real. Like you either fold or you let that motivate you, bro. So yeah, I feel good. I feel where we're at now. With that being said, this week it's gonna get very interesting, bro. It's gonna get very interesting. So, since we done overreacting over week 12, let's go ahead and jump into our NFL picks of the week for week 13. We need like a theme song for this joint. But all right, let's get into it, man. I think we should just jump right into the big one, right, T? Since y'all boys is been talking about us all year, basically since the off season. You know what I'm saying? Debo Samuel, he was upset. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks is upset. Your boy Purdy, working them long rehab hours, thinking about Hassan Reddick, ending his season, and y'all, playing with no quarterback, which left y'all obviously losing, defeated in the championship game. Now they play the Eagles. This game will be in Philadelphia. The 49ers are favored by 3 points. 3 points. Philly's at home. Home dog. I love it. Over under on that game is 46 and a half. T, I'm gonna start with you, man. What do you actually I'm not gonna start with you. Bryce, I'm gonna start with you, man. What do you think is gonna happen in this game? You're the most neutral party, believe it or not.
Definitely gonna be a good game, man, for sure. Excited to see this one. I could definitely see it going either way. I'll say this: close games right now. You got to favor the Eagles. The Niners don't seem to be huge fans of close games and their wins. They're trying to run it up. Um, Man, I don't know, bro. I've been saying for a few weeks that I felt like the Eagles reminded me of the Vikings from last season, where like every game is one score. Every like your record gets really, really good, and you keep winning all these one score games or all these field goal games, which is like great because your team is learning how to like win close games. But then you have to ask the question like, why is every game a close game? You know what I'm saying? And then when you run into a team that's like really good, like the 49ers might be, the game not going to be close, might not ever be close for you. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Eagles have been a team that's kind of played to their competition thus far this season. If the Niners can come out super hot, maybe they put an end to that, and they can be the team that gets out in front of the Eagles early. But if it's a close game, I see the Eagles winning it. But I could see if I had to pick a side, I'd probably go with the Niners, and winning by a touchdown.
What kind of game do you see it being? Do you see it being?
If that game is close with 2 minutes left, I think the Eagles are going to win, bro. In Philly. Okay. And that's probably how, I don't know, man. It's a toss up.
So you're saying if it's a close game, it favors Philly, but if it's a blowout, it would be most likely the 49ers blowing out the Eagles.
Yeah, like I don't see Philly like working the Niners, bro. But I can see the Niners going in there and like really, really putting a good whooping on the Eagles, like beating them by a touchdown or more.
Okay. Interesting choice there. Not shocked though. T man, hold on. T Josh, I see your question there, and we will get to the fantasy football segment next, my man. Hang tight. After we answer these NFL picks of the week. So we're talking about the 49ers and the Eagles. T, who do you like and why?
I like the 49ers. I've been a fan since Joe Montana. Steve Young, just a story tradition. But no, I like the 49ers in this. Well, I'm going to actually agree with Bryce, right? A close game favors the Eagles. If it's not close, that means the 49ers are probably blowing the Eagles out or destroying them. It's kind of been the case of this team all year. When they're playing hot, they're hot. You know what I'm saying? 49, the close games they've lost. Other than that, they've dominated teams. There hasn't really been a game where 49ers punched and the team punched back and the 49ers have won. So if the Eagles can find a way to sustain drives and punch back, then sure, because I know for a fact the 49ers are going to come in there and score points. Purdy's playing well. McCaffrey's playing well. Debo's back. Trent's back. Ayuk's playing out his mind. Kittle's like – Eagles don't have enough to cover all them guys. So I'm going to just say I think the 49ers win this game by 10.
Okay.
I'm not really worried about your running game. Your passing game, we locked that up last time we played regardless. Without a quarterback, we locked that up. That should scare you. Without a quarterback, we had a backup. We had a fourth string. We had Josh Johnson in the game, and he even played tough. I think we scored with him in the game. So you kind of got to be worried about that. I think the 49ers really want this game. I don't know how the Eagles feel. Maybe the Eagles feel like they're just better, but I know the 49ers for sure feel like they were robbed of a Super Bowl. So it's going to be interesting. But in Philly, I'm taking 49ers with the points and the under. I don't think Philly scores more than 2 touchdowns. I think Philly.
Wow, that's bold.
Yeah, that's you mean 2 touchdowns, like 14 points, or you mean 2 touchdowns, like actual touchdowns?
I don't think they get 2 actual touchdowns. I think Philly might can get 7-3-3-3. You know what I'm saying? But they won't get 7-7-3. No.
That is bold, man.
I think we can. I think we have the better matchups. Like I think we can guard their receivers. Is the tight end even back?
No, we don't have a tight end. We don't need it.
And I don't think they have an answer for Bosa and Chase Young. One is a lot. I don't think they have an answer for both. We got Hargrave in a revenge game. You know what I'm saying? Grudge match sort of deal. Like he's going against not a grudge match. He's going against his old team. I think he wants to show up. So, 49ers.
Damn, more than 10. Okay.
All right. Adam, I see your question for fantasy football. We're gonna get to that in about 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe about 5 minutes. Man, I'm not surprised by your pick at all. But y'all both wrong, man. Y'all both wrong. I got Philly. I think the lock of the week is Philly. They +3. Take them with the money line, man, or take them 3.5 +3.5. Because if they lose the game, it's not going to be it's not going to be by a lot. It's going to be barely. It's going to be. You're going to play by close games. Eventually, you're going to catch one, bro. Like you're going to catch one. You can't necessarily. It's tough to beat all the close games and continually to win close games. It's tough, bro. Eventually, you're going to be against a really good team. They're going to get one, bro, and it's a little personal for them. I do think that they will score 2 touchdowns though. I think this game, the over/under is 46. I don't know if it'll go over, but I definitely don't see them only scoring 1 touchdown. Matter of fact, I predict the defensive touchdown. As a matter of fact, I think your boy Brock Purdy gonna have a real fuck boy game. As a matter of fact, I think he's gonna remember. He's gonna remember the day that he played the Eagles, bro.
I think
remember.
If the 49ers can manage to get up early and kind of make the Eagles more or less one-dimensional, the game's over. If Hurts has to win by throwing the ball, if he has to throw you to a win, game's over. Your best bet is that it's a close game and you can just run, and Hurts can run, and you can push and take a shot downfield here and there. But if 49ers get up like 10 early, game's over.
The fact that you said there was going to be no touchdowns is kind of absurd. Matter of fact, I'm predicting there's going to be at least 2 tush-push touchdowns alone. So, come on, bro. Come on, bro. All right, yo. We're getting a lot of fantasy football questions, so we're gonna take a slight break from this picks of the week. We're gonna keep picking, but I don't want to leave my peoples waiting, bro. So let me go ahead. We're gonna jump in. We got the first question. That's from Josh. Josh said he would like to trade. Would you trade Jamar Chase, Herbert, for Justin Jefferson? Yeah, that's a tough one.
No, I think that's Jamar Gibbs.
Jamar, oh damn! It's Jahmyr Gibbs, bro. That's Jamar Chase.
Oh, it is. You're right. No, who would do that?
This man got too many abbreviations out here. Obviously, he's talking about Justin Jefferson.
Oh, hell yeah, I would do that.
I would do that too, right?
No way.
Don't forget, Joe Burrow just got hurt out for the season.
Yeah, but
that's a good one. Justin Jefferson don't really got a quarterback either, though. But hey,
all right, who would you rather have, Josh Dobbs or a dude named Browning or something? I don't know. What's the Bengals dude name?
Give Browning. Yeah, give me Josh Dobbs. So I would do that. I don't even need to see your roster for real. I feel good about that. I feel good about that. You got a good little team too, bro.
Rod Chase likely. He's got a nice roster for 16 teams.
He can afford to lose Herbert.
That's a ridiculous roster for 16.
He don't even need Herbert for real. Like, he could lose Herbert. He'd be all right. The boy Keaton Mitchell, he a little young star in the making, I believe. All right, let's go into the next question. It's from Adam Stoddard. Thanks for listening, Adam. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I just got offered to send away Keenan Allen, Tank Dell, and Kyron Williams. Damn, that's a lot of good players for Mahomes, CD, Puka, and Swift. Damn, that's a tough one.
No, it's not.
Except Kyron Williams went dummy last week.
Except
Tank Dell been doing pretty good too.
The only question I would have for this league is Is
your
it
quarterback?
what's the quarterback scoring look like? Because some leagues the quarterback scoring is on par with, for example, in the big league, quarterback scoring is on par with running back and wide receiver. So pretty much every position holds the same value. What are we looking at with this league, bro? Is it like a situation where the quarterback's getting crazy points, or are they not putting up crazy points every week? If the quarterback's putting up crazy points, you got to do that deal. You don't got a choice, dog. It's Mahomes.
Yeah. Good point, man. You got to know your league scoring settings. That's something that we preach here. He said he got Kelsey, so he's got Kelsey. Okay, he got a little team, bro. Chase at flex. That's pretty good.
Bro, make that trade, bro. Stop playing.
I
Make
would
that
probably.
trade.
I mean, if you go investing in the Mahomes Kelsey combo, typically that's usually a pretty good. He says like normal standard scoring.
Bro, if I have a chance to stack Mahomes and Kelsey, taking it.
Do it, right? Why
You
not?
gotta take that deal, man. And you getting Puka Nakua, and you getting like
Puka's nice, but he hasn't really been playing that well lately. Swift is
Puka-
also very good.
I told y'all that. I told y'all that from jump. Once Cooper came back, it'll be hard for Puka.
Puka's due for a big game.
He is.
CD is the offense.
CD, come on, bro. You gotta take that deal.
I'm taking that.
Swift a solid back too. I mean, Kyron Williams been going off, but like,
Don't expect Swift this
pretty
weekend.
solid.
Bro, chances are you picked up Kyron Williams from free agency, bro.
Whatever.
Please sell high on all free agent pickups, dog. I just finessed somebody in one of my leagues where I sold high on Jonathan Taylor, bro. I got Jonathan Taylor in like the 7th round.
Now he's hurt.
Well, now he's already hurt. I know, and I got him in like the 7th round of the draft. Sold high, bro. Ended up getting Kelsey in return. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, man, please sell high on low draft picks and free agent waiver wire pickups. All right, always sell high on those, man.
Yeah, he said he picked up Kyron and Tank Dell off the waiver wire, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah,
So
man. You gotta trade guys that you pick up on the waiver wire. You weren't even expecting to have those guys. Go get a known commodity that's gonna put up points week in and week out and get rid of them guys, man. Them guys might be nice down the line in their careers, but bro, go get somebody that's definitely gonna put up points.
Yeah, you got a chance to go Mark Cuban out here. He turning peanuts into cashews. You know what I'm saying? He turning M's into B's, bro. You taking waiver wire guys and you getting a Mahomes or a Kelsey combo like Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? That's tough, bro.
If you lose, I feel like if you don't make the playoffs, you get put out first round in the playoffs. If you don't take that trade, you're going to regret it. If you do take the trade, me personally, I'm fine with losing, being aggressive.
I see what the other side's going for. They going for what has happened, but what you're doing here is predicting a little bit what will happen. You know Patrick Mahomes. You know who that is. All these guys are certified. So yeah, I say take that deal and run with it before they change their mind.
Mahomes and CD have to play like playoff positioning. Like those guys got to get in there and bowl.
Yeah,
and those teams don't do well when those guys don't do well. So it's a no-brainer to me. I'm pulling the trigger.
All right, good questions today, fellas. If y'all got any more fantasy football questions, fellas, go ahead, drop them. Ladies too. Ladies need fantasy football love too. So I'm saying, if y'all got any questions, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead, drop it in the comments. We're gonna keep getting to them throughout the show. Let's get back into the NFL picks for the week 13. T Boogie took a very, unsurprising angle. So not surprised there. Let's see what other games are interesting here. A lot of boo-boo games this week, to be honest. Oh man, not a lot of good games for real. That really a rough week.
I just want to point out the fact that in the pick'em, you've overtaken me for the lead. You've had very good weeks lately, and there's no coincidence that these good weeks coincide with this segment on the show. Take that for what you will.
Hey man, the thing is we're not picking every game. That's why I gotta respect the integrity of the pick'em. and we never gonna pick more than 3 or 4 games in this joint. And there's like 12 games in there, so like I don't think that got nothing to do with it. The problem is, T, you would be ahead if you would just check on Thursdays, bro.
I've missed like 4 Thursdays that were gimmies.
You really ahead, bro, but like you ain't check on Thursday like 3 times, bro, and I haven't missed a week yet.
Yeah, the pick'em is definitely a war of attrition as much as it is anything. All right.
Yeah, that's the tough part about it.
You gotta show up. You gotta show up.
That's the tough part about it, bro. We gonna talk that fantasy football. I had to pull up them standings too, bro. T, I don't know where you at. I know last week you was talking like you was, you know.
Oh, I put up a great week. I would have beat everybody except the person I played, and
T always got an elaborate reason why his L's never just like, yo.
No, I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you how elaborate it was. When Justin Fields on Monday night fumbles for the second time, I am ahead by less than a point.
Oh,
you know what?
He had 2 more fumbles.
T is right though, bro. Because right now I'm looking at the Week 12 report in the Gas League, and he's number 2 for the week.
Didn't he have a pick? Didn't he have a pick and a fumble after that?
Damn. No, literally would have beat everybody else in the league. That's true.
That hurts, man. But that's why in the big league we play that league median, bro. Because you deserve
the league medium.
You deserve the W for that, bro.
That's facts, bro. That's facts.
I totally disagree. You don't. I don't think you deserve a win for losing, personally.
But you know, in a real competition, yes. But in a competition that's more of fate than it is, that as much fate as it is skill, I feel like you know, that's
because at the very least, bro. Because it's tough, bro. Because it's like this: if you lose in that format,
explain what it is first, because we're just talking about it like everyone knows.
Yeah. So basically, in the league that we're in, basically the first you go your head-to-head matchup, and if you win or lose, you get a win or a loss, right? But there's also something called the league medium. So if you are over the league medium, then you get a dub for the week. And if you're under the league medium, you get 2 L's for the week, 1 for losing and 1 for being below the median. So you just gotta it's
an opportunity. The median is just the average of everyone's score of the entire week.
Yeah, the average of everyone's score.
You're playing the league average every week. You got 2 games every week. Your opponent and the league average. Hey, and that's because that's the worst thing about fantasy football, bro. And I've actually seen it happen. Someone that just has really poor luck. You know, most league settings have that what do you call it? The points for row where it shows you everyone's points for. And that row, sometimes you'll see a guy who's ranked like 10th in the league, but his points for is like top 3. And that just means you literally were in T situation week after week. You know what I'm saying? And that's just luck of the draw, bro, which kind of takes away the element of the skill that has to go into fantasy football, bro. And it ain't much skill.
It's a balance, though.
Yeah. It's not a whole bunch of skill that goes into fantasy football, but there's just enough that it can separate people.
I'll tell you what, it's a good example of that. In the big league, I have lost my last 2 matchups. Actually, I think I might have lost a couple matchups in a row before that. But the league medium, I've been beating the league medium, bro. I've just been getting some bad luck. You feel me? The other team been taking up on me, bro. And because of that, I'm still in the mix, baby. Yeah. Right now, T holding on that last playoff spot, though.
So I gotta give T, bro. I gotta give T his credit, man. You know, I'm about giving people their flowers when they do what they said they were supposed to do. And T said he was going to turn around his team in the big league, and he turned around his team, bro. He's out of Section 8. Your man's no longer ain't no government cheese for my man T no more, bro. My man eating good. He's at Philippe Chow now. You know what I'm saying?
What's even more, you know what I'm saying, not to toot my own horn is, bro, I've had to deal with injuries, self-inflicted wounds with bad trades. But the last 2 weeks, I think I've been the most efficient manager. But, you know.
Hold on, T. we're not throwing in self-inflicted wounds. We like you don't battle self-inflicted wounds, all right? Like these are you did this to yourself, so you really can't bring that up like self-inflicted. Nah, man. That was the reason you had to turn it around.
Bro, are you telling me if I go to war and I shoot myself, I don't get a Purple Heart?
No. We can get a pat on the back for that. Get a pat on the back.
What if I get carpal tunnel?
Hey, go ahead. Nah, but you's right, bro. I give you credit, man. You don't have a winning record, but playoffs is all that matters. All right, that last wild card don't always gotta have a winning record. All you gotta do is get to the tournament. So I respect it.
Yeah. I'll say this, man. You definitely have shot yourself in the foot, man. Going back to that Carson Wentz trade, you feel me? Which turned into a great pick for me, by the way, Jordan Addison. Even though I missed on the Bryce Young over C.J. Stroud, which I'm beating myself up to this day. I'll say this though.
Don't worry. The Panthers missed too, right?
I'll tell you this though. I'll tell you this. I say Marlboro will never accept his damn trades, man. Don't even look at them joints. He just leave them joints in the canister just in case he changes his mind and somebody rolls his ankle or some shit. But I sent him a trade. I said I'll trade you Bryce Young and my next 2 first-round picks for CJ Stroud because like I might not ever pick a guy like that, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like based on my past history of first rounders, I don't know, bro. I had picked Sky Moore the year before that, bro. Like I have had some bad first rounders. Luckily, T's pick turned into a good pick, Jordan Addison. That's because he fell to me, bro. Yeah.
Man, ready to sell the farm, huh?
I was. I mean, fuck the farm. We got food at home, bro. We don't.
Hey, see, that's the thing about I've been saying it for a minute. I really think Dynasty League is the wave of the future of fantasy football. But that's the thing about it, It's also like a year-round thing, bro. Like you got to think about this shit. You really got to think about the players that you're adding, dropping. It's a year-round thing, man. I think that as more and more, the more and more years go on, I think we'll just see basically dynasty leagues will be all it is pretty soon. Everyone's in a dynasty league. Every time someone asks you to be in a league, it's a dynasty league. I think we headed towards that, man. Same way PPR was, remember when PPR was an optional thing? Now it's like someone asks you to be in a league, it's not PPR. You're looking at them crazy, dog. I think we headed towards that.
Yeah, man. Good, yeah. We definitely have some good things going on fantasy football. I mean, we headed down to the playoffs, fellas. You know what I'm saying? For the last week for most leagues. So it's put up or shut up time, man. For real. Let's go ahead and let's get into our next segment, man. Shit. We talked our NFL picks of the week. We got our fantasy football questions in there. Let's talk a little culture, man. So y'all want to talk about this Brandon Ingram baby mom situation? Y'all want to talk about the man they call Diddy?
It's like bro. That's the old. Hey man, I don't know, bro. You go ahead and take it too. That's like bad or worse. What am I going with?
Yeah, it's tough. I also don't want to get my car blown up. So yeah, let's talk about the fact that Brandon Ingram and Anthony Simons they share more than being young light-skinned brothers in the NBA. They share the same baby mother, man. So Aaliyah Petty, I believe her name is. She had a baby with Brandon Ingram. Now she's out to have a baby with Anthony Simons, bro. 2 for 1. She hit the NBA lottery twice, bro. Craziness. But my question is more so about the men, man. What is it about these NBA men that they just always end up messing with the same circles, of women? What is it like? Like why you gotta go get a the same John that's hanging around? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, why you can't go grab you an engineer or something, build her up or some shit, like why you got to go get one of those, and especially one that's already got miles. You would think that because you NBA star, you wouldn't even have to wouldn't have to reuse, I don't know. T man, what's your thoughts on this?
I have a theory that outside of like the high school or college sweetheart, like a lot of these professional athletes have been superstars since grade school. And I have a theory that they don't see the value in talking to the up and coming doctor, the lawyer, or, the girl that had to study, the girl that might have been a late bloomer. Like it's these IG chicks in social media are the equivalent of the most popular girl in school. And that's who these guys have been talking to their entire lives. So that circle, which is still relatively large, but athletes, that pool that is within that athlete community is small. Like the basketball, football players are going to talk to the same IG chicks, and those same IG chicks are going to prey upon them same basketball, football players. Like, or maybe if they can get a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like they go fish in a different pond. But between sports and athletics, I think a lot of those athletes really are just doing what they've always done. How many followers she got? Okay. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, T, that was a very, I don't know, did you study psychology, bro? Because that was a pretty good analysis, bro. That makes a lot of sense, though, because, like, Hoopers was messing, let me date the most popular girl in school, and Instagram following is kind of the equivalent of that, the pretty girl or whatever the case may be. And, can't help that they already hanging around the locker room. Makes it a little easier for them. They don't really go anywhere. So, Bryce, man, what's your thoughts on this situation, man? And why? Why do NBA men think that way? Why is that? And then I'll throw the caveat: is Anthony Simons on some sucker shit?
Nah. I wouldn't say he's on sucker shit though. I wouldn't say that because you'd actually have to know the people to say he's on sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? If it ends up being like a Brittany Renner situation, we can look back and be like, "Damn, Anthony Simons on some sucker shit." But I wouldn't. I can't say that about the man. We don't know anything about the young lady. But what I will say is, I think T made a great point. You like what you're naturally around and exposed to. You know what I'm saying? And then also like Scruff, you asked a good question. Like, why don't these like athletes go get like an engineer or a lawyer? But what are they going to talk to her about? What is Anthony Simons going to talk to? Talk to an engineer about? And I think that's the other thing. That's the other thing with like the athletes, you know what I'm saying? Especially the young athletes now, bro. Listen, and don't get me wrong, Ed Edwards is one of my favorite. He's probably my favorite player, dog. And for all I know, Ed Edwards might be a genius on the low. He might go back to the crib and do nothing but read Britannicas and and watch friggin' National Geographic specials, bro. But dog, in the interviews, bro, he be killing me because you could just tell, like, yo, they asked him, man, it was a question. He said he was probably looking at the report. He said, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, hey, they asked him a question. That was a response. What the fuck is that? I was like, yo, like, what are they gonna relate? What are you gonna talk to a doctor about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe a few of them. Every once in a while you get a Josh Dobbs. You know what I'm saying? Or Josh Dobbs could carry on a pretty good conversation.
Yeah.
Nah, you make a good point. Nobody, because
you make a good point.
There's a large spectrum between Josh Dobbs and the least intellectual person that's a professional athlete. There's a lot of room in between those two. But all I'm saying is, why would we ever expect that? Why would we ever expect anything less than the Instagram model to be with the athlete? But it only makes sense, like T was kind of alluding to.
Yeah,
good point.
They're both after similar things, like very superficial, just. I don't know what the word is, but they want the look and the lifestyle, right? A very superficial lifestyle. Both sides want it. So I don't see the problem. Like the guys aren't complaining until they realize that like they're stuck in a situation where they're paying a bunch of bills and, you know, she can go talk to another athlete and then they're, you know, hurt their feelings, things like that. But to me, it's no harm, no foul, man. Like, I wouldn't personally make millions and grab an IG chick, but also I'm not you know, I didn't put that much time in the gym. I actually went to class. Like, I can tell you what a metatarsal is, you know what I'm saying? So I might can talk to the doctor. But
I think you can talk to the doctor just off the metatarsal, bro. But I think that was a good vocab word.
I can give him a lot. You know what I'm saying? What you want to talk about? You know, chemistry, biochemistry. Big Shirley got a degree in bioweapons defense or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
So
you pull that metatarsal line out on the first date.
Hey, I give them phalanges, metatarsals. What you want to talk about, man? The endocrine system. I give you all that. But yeah, no. If you like Bryce is saying, like if you think about it, like they don't relate to each other. They like a lawyer that can make her own money would probably be miserable with a guy that's always gone and always like probably sleeping with other chicks, things like that. You know, it just does look crazy when you see these guys fall into the same what we would call traps.
Well, it makes a lot of sense, bro. It makes a lot of sense.
You know,
I mean, that makes a lot of sense, bro. I mean, a lot of ways, it's a lot of similarities in between this line of thinking, I believe. Because it's like, I got a couple good case studies to add to this. Because then you got this situation with like Jaylen Brown, right? My man signed that big deal, and immediately he's like, yeah, he spotted with Bernice Burgos. It's like, come on, bro. Like, yeah, you was with a fine young entertainer, you know. I mean, I guess like, you know, R&B singer. R&B singer is still kind of like in that, you know, I'd say the R&B. So I give R&B singers a little bit more credit if you did an R&B singer versus an Instagram model, you know. And then you got the Zion, you know.
Wait, hold on. But why do they get why? And that's the other thing.
They have a talent, bro. They have a talent.
I know, bro. But this is the thing, though, right? And this thing we gotta also think about sometimes. Like an Instagram model, bro, it's gonna come out wrong. I ain't gonna hold you. But an Instagram model could have a whole lot of talents. All right? I'm just saying, like hidden talents that you may have known nothing about until you actually get to know her. So Who knows, man? Who knows? True. And then some of these R&B singers, their only talent might be R&B singing. Like they have not one semblance of a talent other than being able to sing, dog. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes, and that's the other thing, bro. We looking at it. This is gonna sound crazy. We looking at it like she trapped these two young men. Hey, maybe she just a dope person, man. She done got two. Hey, maybe she's just cool, but no one's ever thinking like that, man. All right, no one's ever looking at her like. And and now I'm thinking like, why do we instantly think that way, right? Because as soon as we see it, we like, they both done fell into the trap. Nobody sees that and says, oh wow, she must have a ton of talents.
Nah, see, I ain't frame it that way on purpose, bro. I made sure I didn't frame it though. I framed it. I said, why do the men choose the same type of women? Not why is she trapping these men? That's not what I'm saying. You know, they're making the same choices though. Why are they making the same choices? That's why I want to know.
Maybe she's just a dope individual.
Maybe she's just dope as hell, right? I guess. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think it has to do something with the body, bro. I think it has something to do with the body, bro. You know, that other baby is still a baby, bro. You know, with all due respect.
I mean, sharing a baby mom with another NBA player isn't the worst thing in the world. It's only bad if you come out and he's giving you buckets. You know what I'm saying? Your son is getting trash talked by his brother. Like, my father's better than yours. Like, you start pulling up the stat muse. You know what I'm saying? But
I ain't gonna lie to you. When you were like sharing a baby mom, you could have just stopped right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter who it's with. Once we get past sharing a baby mom, it's like, It hurts.
Nah, look, man. Whoever was first doesn't take the bigger L. You know what I'm saying? The second guy.
I think that's partially true.
Second guy's always taking the bigger L. That's a fact.
I don't know, bro. Really, it's tough because
Right?
that could be looked at a certain way too. Because you might be like, damn, I don't know. He was still bringing. Bi was still bringing her to the Pelican games. You know what I'm saying? So like, hey, I'm giving you these courtside seats, and you know what I'm saying. You out here stepping out on homeboy on the Blazers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
Bro.
Maybe during an away game, maybe during the Pelicans Blazers games, you know what I'm saying? Maybe there was a little exchange during the Pelicans Blazers game, you know what I'm saying? My man Bi like, yo, you my guest, like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? I don't know the situation, bro.
All right,
but the Pelicans Blazers game just got a little bit more interesting. I'll say that.
Do the fellas seem to be at odds?
No idea. They both seem like they don't have a care in the world. These two brothers. When I see them in public,
$100 million men. $100 million men. They're not tripping, bro.
Honestly, Brandon Ingram be looking like he high all the time, bro. If I'm being honest, that
paper, man.
That man be looking smacked 24/7. And Anthony Thomas, I can't say too much about him. He just seems like one of those when you play in the NBA 2K and then the draft class gives you the automated draft class. He looked like one of those type fellas. But yeah, man, very interesting choices, man. Life's all about choices, man.
I'm gonna try to reverse. I'm gonna try to reverse the way I think, bro. And every time something like this pops up, I'm gonna be like, try to just like ingrain it in my mind. Like, man, she must be an awesome woman. No, funny, bro. Because like, maybe that's the necessary change that's needed, so we can at least view these from a middle ground sometimes, man.
All right.
Yeah. No.
Awesome.
I mean, I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong with her. No, I'm not trying to throw no shade on her at all. But my question, that's what I'm just wondering why. Yeah, I want to know why. I want to know why is
wrong? Like, what do you mean?
And then she's not the first one, she is probably the first one I've ever heard to have. I don't know if she's the first one. She can't be the first one.
I bet you they run in the same circle though. Brandon Ingram and Anthony Simons. They must be gang, bro.
Bruh, I don't care, bro. It's predatory.
Not facts though.
Her or them.
She couldn't even switch leagues.
Both.
Could have went to NFL.
Right. Like it's literally both, right? They probably, you know what I'm saying, probably threw their money around and probably tried to do whatever to get her, but at the same time, like she was trying to get them, like she wasn't trying to get them for anything other than their bag. Right. You're not about to sell me that I was in love with Brandon Ingram and now I'm in love with another NBA player. I just keep falling in love with athletes. That's my type. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Bro, it's predatory. Stop it. If I go knock up a chick from the Mystics and then a chick from the Aces, they gonna say what's wrong with me.
I mean,
yeah, but if you were to, I don't know though, T, because that's tough though. Because like, if you was to go back to back light skins, they're gonna say you only like light skin. All right,
they're not gonna say he must be a really good guy. They're not gonna say that.
Nah, fact.
She committed though. I'll give her this. She got a history with these ball players from the very early stages. Remember Quincy Miller from Baylor?
Yeah, I do. He's supposed to be a dog.
She was with him when he was in college.
See what I mean?
And then when he made it to the league, she took that as an opportunity. She made it to the league too. And she was at them few games that he was in the league. She was at those games, and she was making her contacts. She stayed in the league for real. Now she's a two-time,
He got 2 titles,
bro. She got 2 NBA contracts, bro. Max deals.
He could go down.
Two max deals. She got two max. Yo, honestly, she got to be caking up, bro. Because you know what I'm saying, child support. You know, you from two max deals, bro. She getting more than the agent.
They did give Emily Simons a pretty big deal. Was it a max?
He got a big deal. He just signed a big deal, bro. So there's no coincidence that this is happening after he signed a big deal. That's crazy. B.I. just signed a big deal too. Yeah, he ain't been the same since.
Oh, she's generational talent.
Generational. Shout out to her because you get it done like that. You know, I haven't seen anything like this in years. I got to go back and review the film, but you know, this is unprecedented. An unprecedented streak she's on. She's up to 2 now. If she makes it 3, we got to start talking about Hall of Fame possibilities.
We got to start mentioning her with Tiger, Serena, Simone Biles, Michael Phelps.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, at this point, it's like Gold Jacket is. I mean, Gold Jacket. Man. She's on Gold Jacket trajectory.
Yo, here she is with Elfrid Payton. Holy shit!
See.
What she's got to do at this point, though, she's got to keep improving her game because what happens at this stage, you can start plateauing. You don't want to
from the league as a journeywoman and ended up an all-star.
True underdog story.
Yeah.
Needs to be a movie about this one day. It got to be on Tubi.
It's definitely a Tubi or BET or one of those. Video vixen type joints.
I'll tell you one thing. One of them kids gonna be a star in the league.
I'll tell you what, though.
I don't know if it's possible. Sparman's kid or Ingram's kid, but one of them gonna be a star.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. I will say this too, though. If I was Shauna O'Neal with the Basketball Wives franchise, I'd be hitting her up, man. I'd be hitting her up, bro. She definitely got a first class ticket to Basketball Wives. You feel me? So I would put her on the show because she's automatically very much notable now. So,
bro, if she started a podcast with Brittany Renner, game over.
Damn. Yeah. The only thing is, I never really heard her talk like that. She's one of those doesn't talk much in public types. So. But yeah, very interesting stuff, man. Very interesting stuff. A lot happening these days, man. Protect yourself, man. Be careful out there. And make good decisions, man. Make good decisions. Whatever decisions are best for you, man. I support these men and their journey. I just want to know. Why, man. I'd like to know why. Good explanations, fellas. Yeah, man. So you know how we end every show, man. Wait, what?
Hey, go ahead.
If T got 2 NBA chicks, I'd be like, damn. That's pretty funny. Yeah, man. You never know, bro. You never know. But hey, I got nothing against them, bro. I got nothing against them. But definitely quite an accomplishment, bro. So I support it. I support Brittany Renner as well, all of them. I'm looking forward to seeing how this all plays out. But yeah, man, great show, fellas. You know how we do. We end every show, man. Sports